Welcome to Stampscaping 101. We're going to be doing some experiments with some deep sky images on printable vinyl holographic sticker paper. Okay, I did a little bit of blocking out with some white ink, white brilliance ink, and now I've used the Starbirth and Cloud Cumulus impressions over the top of it to see what these would look like in those different values. Adding in some trees using the same vanishing point for kind of a lay on your back and look up at the sky type of composition. Going in with the leafless pine stamp here to give a little bit of a different look to that tree line. And then following up with some additional white pigment ink to blend those two images in. Alright, now I did this kind of bookmark format of this composition a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to try it here on the vinyl holographic to see what it would look like in this type of surface media combination with the holographic. And I'm using the Lakeside Cove large in its entirety up at the top, and then I'm just using the left and right sides of it coming down on the composition to represent closer little islands, structures, and following up with the pines and rocks towards the bottom to give it that, I guess, depth of field and distance in the composition. Alright, now that looks pretty good, but I'm going to do some blocking out here with some additional white pigment ink, and I want to stamp over the top of it with my Milky Way large. I thought it looked pretty good without the Milky Way, but this was a test on how these deep sky images would look over the top of this type of paper, so going in and filling in with the sky figures right over the top of the impressions done before. I'm using a dye-based ink impression, following up here with the cloud in the same color that I stamped out my Milky Way in, and I'll fill in all of that additional space around my Milky Way with the Cloud Cumulus here. And I thought that made for a pretty cool looking composition right there. And there you can see a little comparison contrast between, a traditional, matte paper scene and the holographic. All right, now with that brilliance white blocking out some of that vinyl sticker paper, I'm able to go in and add a little colored pencil to it, and here I'm adding in some of the tiny rocks small, just to kind of bring a little bit more texturing into the scene, and it kind of makes that surface look a little bit more mirrored with these rocks sticking out of the water closer to the shorelines. Adding in a little bit of a focal point here with the kayaker. And then following suit with some extra fine acrylic white paint pen work. Adding it to the tops of the rocks. Okay, let's start off on our second scene. I'm blocking out the bottom of this holographic sticker paper. Stamping out my Lakeside Cabin. Okay. And then, instead of blocking out some of that cloud area with white, I wanted to see what it would look like just stamped directly on top of the holographic paper, where you get all that holographic patterning showing right through the clouds. And then adding the nebula with star right in the middle there. And look at that. It's pretty interesting in terms of the look. When you kind of bend the sticker paper, you get those kind of, kind of like light beams coming down from the top. Okay, and adding in some of the colored pencil down at the bottom where I added in the white before, adding in the pine trees in the foreground, giving it that depth. And then you get the 3 cards, and this is how they look. Formatted it up into cards with some additional word stamps. I thought that kind of rounded off the cards nicely. Or finished them off. This one I used night. Look at that holographic look on there. It makes for a pretty fun surface to use. And silence. And you can see this one was done on the holographic Starry sticker paper. So you get some of those stars shining through the Starbirth image. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.